The long scrape that we start making a reed with seems like it should be a gimme. You have to get the bark off before you can start to truly scrape the reed, and it doesn't seem like it should matter too much how you do it. But I find that a good consistent long scrape technique can really set you up for success in the remaining construction of your reed. Hi, I'm Jennet Ingle, the 5-Minute Reedmaker, and I'm here to show you my technique for the very initial scraping of a reed. The function of this initial scrape is to remove the bark from the lay of the reed and to start some pathways in place for the vibration. Reeds are all basically formed of slopes and stops, or ramps and steps. And my preference is to have a really good long slope in place foundationally, so that I can start working on my reed from a place of vibration and add stops to that, rather than working from a stopped place and scraping to try to make vibration start. The first thing to keep in mind is that the reed has 2 planes on each blade, like so and like so. If you can think of the curvature of the cane in this pattern, so you're seeing it like this, like the arc of a circle, and then picture your knife as a tangent, like so. You always want to focus on this angle, and you're never, ever going to scrape directly up the middle of the reed. The second thing to keep in mind is that although you can remove bark easily with your knife, you can never put it back on. So as you make this preliminary scrape, be really conservative with your work near the edges. So like right in here and in here. Even though ultimately you'll probably, or I always, take the bark off of the area of the heart, so this will end up going away. I would much rather have it in place for now. You can never put it back on after you take it off, and damage down in this area, the rails of the back, can really be fatal. So I try to be very conscious of staying, again, on the one plane and on the other plane, and just clearing off that area, leaving plenty of bark on the sides. And the third dimension to take into consideration is the overall slope. Although I'm not trying at this point to construct the transition into the tip, I do want to go ahead and get rid of as much wood in this area especially as I safely can. Why kill myself trying to scrape everything off carefully and delicately later on with the plaque in, when I can hack lots of it off sloppily right now and save the time? So although I'm a little bit careful in this heart area, because that does ultimately have to be the thickest part of the reed, I'm not a bit cautious in the tip, and I want everything sloping all the way through the reed so the vibrations can get started right away. So here's how this works. I'm going to do it in 2 easy steps, repeated 4 times for the 4 different planes of this reed. Here's step 1. I'm going to go ahead and start on the right hand side, maybe 8 to 10 millimeters from the top, and I'm going to take a few swipes. At this point, I'm trying to remove cane all the way to the side, leaving it thicker in the center, so I'm angling this way, and when I'm on the left, I'll angle this way. And I'm always scraping downhill so that this is the thickest thing that I leave, and this is the thinnest, going all the way through that tip and off onto my finger. For me, I can do this in 3 or 4 solid scrapes. For some other people, it might be 5 to 10. Just depends on how aggressive you want to be. The second step on this plane is that I'll start with my knife right at the bottom of what I've just scraped, take a backswing, and then pull cane off forward right into that area that I've just scraped. Let me do it on the other side. 1, 2, 3 really good solid scrapes at the very tip. Then I'll take a backswing and do 3 much lighter scrapes moving in there. Now I'll go ahead and show you on the other blade. Top of the tip, top 8 to 10 millimeters on both the left and the right, back up, and scrape right in. Now, with this finished effort, you can see that there's still thickness right here in the center. You can see that I've still got bark all the way up the side until I get to that tip area, which is in fact thinnest at the sides. You can see that it gets quite thin up here, feels pretty flexible. And if I've done my job right, this reed should beep at least a little bit right after I clip it. Now, Obviously, that's still hard as a rock. I'm very, very thick and heavy, and it's not going to be a reed until I really go in and like gut out the tip. But I've got some vibration happening. I've got some communication from the back through the heart into the tip, and I've gotten all my bark off and my curvature, my arc, settled down enough that I can get a plaque in and press my knife against it without worrying about it cracking. And those are really my goals of this initial long scrape. I really hope this has been helpful to you. This has been a 5-minute Reedmaker lesson. You can follow these short videos right here on YouTube and subscribe if you wish. If you have questions or concerns, you can find me at jennetingle.com. In fact, I would love to hear what else I can help you with and what my next short video should address. Let me know. Thanks and have a great day.